Good day, everybody. How are you doing? Good day, good day. Dry your tear, we are here. Good day. My name is John O'Cassin. This is the Warm and Toasty Club Online Memory Afternoon, episode 75. Today we are 75. Who would have thought we got to 75 episodes? Wow, we started. When did we start, Jono? We started, Jono. I often talk to myself in that way, third person. We started March last year, 2020, and we're still going. And we're here all the way through to about the 14th of December, I believe. Yes. Maybe we'll have a week off. I don't know. Have a lie down in the sun. It's a lovely day out there. We've got a nice show lined up for you. We've got the retro raffle, of course, coming up. One question, one virtual prize, memory of the week. We're talking smells this week. Yeah, what are you talking about, Jono? Smells, that's what we're talking about. We've got the sandwich filling of the week, 2 big sandwich filling hitters. Oh my God, we're going to be discussing. We've got Jeanette's poem of the week, and we've got a lovely guest in Tom Houston is back, all the way from Scotland. He's broadcasting live today, and he will be with us in a little while, singing 3 songs, we hope. Hi to Christine. Hope you're well. Hope the Innocence one is well also. Let me just find Jeanette and Tom and bring them to the screen. Jeanette, I press. Tom, I press. There they are. Good afternoon.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah, you're spiking up. Yeah, good.
Oh, am I too loud? I'm quite close to the microphone.
Don't get too close to that.
Let me move it up a bit. Oh,
there we go.
hopefully that's all right.
That's better.
Hopefully that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right, Jeanette. How are you, Tom? All right, lad?
Definitely.
I'm fine, thank you very much. Yes.
Good. Thank you very much for
Indeed.
seeing you. Thank you.
Lovely to have you back, Tom.
Lovely to be back, Jeanette. Nice to be face to face,
Yes.
as it were.
Yes, the team is back. And Jeanette's here, so we can't say anything bad about her. Tom.
No, exactly. I've been getting reports, though. Apparently, when I was at festivals and stuff, you were all really cheeky, and I must listen back to them.
You must.
Maybe
I'm going to kill
Maybe I
Keith.
shouldn't.
I'm going to kill Keith for telling you.
Did
Did
tell me.
they say it's really funny though?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, you're cheeky but funny.
It's probably to do with you know, when you went back on the sauce, you know.
Do you know what? I had some friends round last night, and I got a message this morning from someone saying, "So, are you hanging this morning? You know, how's the head?" And it's like, why? I don't understand. Surely you were drinking? No, I wasn't. I drove my friend back to Wivno. It's like, no. Oh, I've been listening to the Warm and Toasty people too much. That was the actual comment. I've been listening to you two go on about my drinking, and I don't usually drink.
Yeah, just for the record.
See what you've done?
Yeah.
Just for the record, Jeanette doesn't drink
Doesn't
much at all. And then
doesn't
once
drink
in a while, she has a little sherry with Lorraine, or she has a little half of cider or something at a festival. But we make it worse. We make it a lot worse.
Be whiskey
Or not.
tonight.
I don't know.
After the show, if anybody's got any counselling for Jeanette for her problems,
yeah, just put my number out there.
yeah, we're
Out on air.
across the bottom of the screen. It'll just go like the credits.
Yeah.
Hi, Carol. Hi to
Sorry,
Christine
I'm
and Carol.
out.
Carol says, hi, lovely people. Hope you are well. Christine says, hi, Jeanette and Tom, because she's already said hi to me.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi to Jenny Lithgow. Hi, Jenny. Steve Brady from North Carolina, our good friend. He said, good day, toasty friends. Good day, Steve.
Is he in Australia now? I don't know.
Good day, mate.
Hi.
What's it? Good morning, good day, good night after.
Steve, so you're in America, but what I forget, what kind of time of day or night is it there right now?
I think it's morning, but he is going to tell us, I'm sure.
It's lunchtime here. It's 1 o'clock lunchtime.
1 o'clock here. Elmy says, hello, peeps. Needed cheering up, so cancelled harmonica, and here I am. Hurrah! Oh,
we beat the harmonica.
No pressure on us at all. Hello, peeps, says Keith. Hi, Keith. Hope you're well. Hope you're both well. Hope you're all well and full
Everybody's well.
full of the. It's not. Is it autumn yet?
The joys of autumn.
No, not
Oh.
autumn till next Friday, isn't it? October next Friday.
Is it
Crikey,
really?
that's come around quick. Yeah, next Friday I think is the first.
8 a.m. It is in North Carolina. 5 hours difference.
Oh, and he gets
He's
up
up-
early. This is his
gets up
breakfast
early.
show.
Well, I
Nice.
saw that he had a 3-day weekend, so he's very, very nicely joined us, which is outrageous of us to ask him to get up at that hour. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's lovely to have you with us, Steve. Steve used to do a brilliant show called Shock Pop. I listened to it for years on. It was on the internet, but from America, and he used to play some great tunes. And he did another show called Just Good People, I think it was. Great voice. Oh my God, he's like Keith Glyn Baker. You know, who's the English version. He's got a great radio voice. Keith, I know you're listening. We want you to do your radio show soon. Start with a podcast.
And so, Steve, have you got any links to your stuff so we can listen to your voice?
Gosh, I don't know if they kind of got old listen to again shows from days gone by. He can tell you. He can tell you. He can tell you while we start the retro raffle. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle, never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, desperate
Your
plan.
eyes.
Yeah.
Tom's eyes.
What did he do?
He's doing that. Like, he's still doing it. Jono, he was lifting his eyebrows and opening his eyes wide.
Ooh, scary.
No, it's quite nice actually. It's quite a
Is
good
it?
look, Tom. I like it. I say that so he does it again, but it hasn't worked.
Put sticks in.
Too tiring.
Too tiring. He's worn out.
Yeah, I am now. Did it twice.
Steve says he's got the perfect face for radio. Ha ha. ha.
Oh,
Not at all, Steve.
I'm going to have to find him on Facebook and have a look.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
So I'm always curious about. I don't know anything about Steve. So, and he did a music show. Is that what he did?
Yeah. He did Shock Pop music show. It was just like a music radio, really.
And I'm quite curious to know what his favourite bands are. Actually,
Okay.
Yeah.
And your sort of music, Tom, would have worked really well on Just Good People, his other show. It's sort of more folk and acoustic. You would have went down a treat. Any road up, we have something from Dirty Barry for you this week. He's got a recipe for you. This is he's got ice. You know, like it's coming to the end of summer, like Jeanette said, autumn next week. So we thought, let's get in some ice creams in the freezer. Well, particularly as you know that you can't buy anything anymore because the shops are empty. So he's got a recipe for meat ice lolly, various meats, and I think he might also have some old peas in there as well. And he does have it written down on a bit of scrap paper somewhere, and he's able to give that to you if you get the question right. If you get the question right, Dirty Barry can forward you. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. I've got the hay fever, you understand, on the last week of summer. He can send you that recipe for a mixed meat ice lolly. Very nice, very nice. I've not actually tried one myself. I'm just repeating his words that he kept
looks like you've taken a bite out of that one.
Well, yes, I didn't like to say that, but
Okay.
I did get a bit of old pork that I think used to be in a stir fry rice.
Bit of tongue, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, it does look a bit like a brawn lolly.
It does.
It does look like prawn. Is that aspic that it's in?
I don't know what aspects it's at because I've tried it that way.
No,
that's one
aspic
aspect.
jelly. Boiled bones and hooves.
He did mention about boiling some bones, but I just
Yeah.
left when he started on that because I was a bit worried. As you do. Yeah, I don't know. I'd reckon there's some aspic in it, some peas and some hot dogs. Sorry, Tom, go on.
Yeah, I was just sort of thinking I'm going to change the subject. Still food related.
Of
You know, we're all quite fond of the oyster bar, and
Yes.
fish and chips.
Yes.
I found a new place.
What?
Oh, I was going to go to the oyster bar
Oh,
tomorrow,
just
so do
people.
tell.
The
What is it?
Foresters. The Foresters on Friday. Louise does really nice fish and chips with mushy peas.
Oh,
Oh, the Foresters is in
Castle
Colchester?
Road.
Castle Road,
It's,
Where
it's
is
not quite as far to go to as Mersey.
off North Hill, off the top
it's not
of North
it's
Hill.
off East Hill, off of East,
East Hill,
somewhere.
not North Hill. I don't know my way around. I can't remember names of roads. That's okay. That's all right. Let's check it out. The Foresters Pub.
Yeah.
They do a fish and chips with mushy peas, or
Fish and chip Friday.
right?
Ah.
It was in, I bet, early.
Yeah. So they so last week I went because I hadn't tried it. Very nice. Pretty much on par with the oyster bar.
Ooh.
Really?
But I was thinking of a shellfish platter. That's what I
Yeah,
would like
they
to
don't
try.
do that.
Yeah,
No.
they were nice. Well, you could
No,
order
I
the
mean,
seafood.
it was just
platter,
the
yeah.
fish and chip bit, really.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
fancy some
when I
fish-
want fish and chips, definitely that's what I'll be doing. I'm cooking tonight though, so I won't do that.
It's
Oh,
just
no.
down the road from Tom, so he didn't have to travel.
I know.
we better message
Well,
Keith, tell him Jeanette's cooking. Get some takeaway in or something.
I should
I'm gonna cook
Plenty of red
Tom
wine.
Tom Car Guy after you, Tom.
Plenty of red wine in there. Yeah. I'm going to stop now. All right.
Yes, do stop. Please.
Going to stop and have a sherry, are you?
I'm going to go.
See you later. Right.
There you go.
Here's a simple question to win that recipe for the mixed meat and pea ice lolly in aspic. Can you name 3 foods that begin with the letter P? Come on, what's the matter with ya?
Pudding,
That ain't
pre-dinner,
pre-dinner,
post-dinner.
post-dinner.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just looking at that lolly. Look at the lolly holder. Isn't that fantastic? So you could put gravy on that instead of just catching the
Oh, you
melted
could,
ice.
yeah.
Because that would be good for an ice lolly, obviously, and that's probably what it's for, to drink the juice as it melts. But gravy, that would work just as well, as long as it wasn't lumpy gravy.
Oh, lumpy
But
gravy.
then it'd be like a sieve.
Do you think it's frozen in gravy though, and so it will, as it melts,
Melts all down your
could
hand.
be.
you get lovely cold gravy to suck
Or
in.
aspic.
I'm not sure about lovely. Good. Eva's not good. Jenny says peas, parsleys, peppers. Ah, Jenny. You're back as
Oh,
the queen.
oh,
Elmi
look
says
at
pasta
this.
bake, so she gets part of the answer right. So part of that lolly could be yours, Elmi. Christine, potato, peas, parsnips. Boredom. What more would you want in life? You get peas, parsnips, peppers, and pasta.
Pasta.
Potato. Ooh, potato. I do love a potato. I can't decide in my life whether I like a roast potato best. Apparently, I do the best ones around. I don't know. But some people.
Waiting for my invite. Just saying.
Just saying. Or jacket potatoes, which seem a bit boring, but
No.
get the right potato.
All about the fillings.
Oh, yeah, it is, but also about the potato. If it's a creamy one, or a little bit of butter or marge, or a little bit of salt and pepper. Oh!
Normally I'd be drooling, but I've just had a really big fry up.
Have you?
Not.
Oh my God, you've gone to drink and fry ups now, have you?
I haven't drunk. I've had nothing. I've literally had
haven't?
coffee and tea this morning. No, even last night I didn't drink.
Bit of brandy in the coffee.
No.
A little bit of gin for
But
breakfast.
now you've mentioned it. I've got a new bottle of whiskey.
Oh, well, that's tomorrow's breakfast then.
No, I've got to drive later. I'm going to go try and find some petrol.
Wow, you can use the whiskey if you can't get the petrol.
I didn't know anything. about this petrol thing. It's
Did you
frightening.
not?
No.
The garage is a sharp. I think BP are rationing it.
We got no
Most
gas, Tom. We
places-
got no gas. Got no
I know.
petrol.
What will you do?
Got no beer.
I've just been down the garden and I've picked some courgettes and some green beans. So
Wow.
I'll be all right. I
You
can
like the
survive
good
the
life.
day.
Carol says pizza, pot roast, paella. Yeah, I love paella.
Oh, paella. Yeah.
Now,
Paella.
I make a good paella, but Tom will tell you he's never tasted it, but he would make it very authentic with his background.
He's proper Spanish, isn't he?
No, it's not from the right part of Spain, isn't it? You have to be from Valencia to do paella.
Oh,
Do you?
well, none
I
of
thought
us
that
should
was
be
just when it
doing
was
it
meat and fish.
No.
Oh.
You're on
God, no.
Do I know?
minefield. It's a minefield. I'm telling you.
I'm a tourist. I know nothing.
No, the authentic paella comes from Valencia, and
Valencia.
and I have got a recipe from a nice woman that lives just down the road who is from Valencia. No seafood in it. No,
Oh.
seafood paella isn't a thing.
Oh.
You have rabbit in it, really. That's what you have in there.
Oh, I was confused because when I've been to a restaurant before and they have a choice in Spain of paellas, and there would be a Valencian one that had chicken and fish or langoustines and things, and then another one that just had meat.
Yeah,
Or a vegetarian one.
if you talk to people from Valencia, I think you'd probably get
Right.
a different answer to that.
A shrug and a cold shoulder.
Yeah, I think you're stepping in a minefield. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'm not going to do that
Yeah.
anymore.
No, I don't.
Is that like in Bologna? I've been to Bologna,
Oh, yeah.
and you think, oh well, you'll have bolognese spaghetti.
Yeah,
It's not
no.
even a thing.
No.
It is.
Ragu is the
Ragu
sauce
there.
they
Well,
have.
it is, but there's no tomato, is it? They don't.
I
put
know, and
tomato.
they cut everything really fine, and there's
Yeah.
loads of celery.
Yeah.
Lorraine made spag bowl last night, and it was the best.
Yeah, but I bet it
Really
wasn't
nice.
spag bowl, was it?
It was ragu with spaghetti.
Anyway, any road up. All of the people answering that question, let me
Yes.
know if you want the recipe from Dirty Barry. Fat Larry is out.
Fat Larry band.
Larry's band.
Zoom lolly.
Zoom lolly. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a Zoom meat lolly. Well, we'll get that to you. So well done for playing that game of retro rap. Or this is Memory of the Week.
Memory of the week.
So I've just had a message from Tom, and Jeanette and myself are really echoey. So
Oh.
I'm not sure what we can do. I don't know if we want to sort of like drop off and come back on. I don't know if anybody else is getting that.
Yeah, is anybody hearing us, me, Tom, and Jeanette being very echoey? Or is that just Tom Houston in Scotland? This is ground control to Tom Houston. With Steph. Anyway.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, he'll be along
listening.
shortly.
I love his chat and his accent. Brilliant.
Well, the less we talk, the sooner he'll be. No echo for me, says Elmi.
Okay. So it might be something to do with Tom
No,
hearing.
says Keith 3 times. Christine says no.
Yeah,
So
so
we
I
just
think
carry on.
probably Tom's just rehearing what's going
yeah.
to you.
On,
and then,
on,
yes,
on.
Yeah.
No
So,
echoes in the United States of America.
but you're all right, Jono. So when
I
you're
know.
talking to Tom, you
Thanks,
might have
darling.
to turn us off.
We might have to do. We'll see. No, I'm not going to do that unless it gets really bad. So, memory of the week this week, so we can get to Tom Houston. What was or is your favourite smell? I'll give you some ideas: perfumes, aftershaves, cooking. Favourite of mine is nighttime washing on the line. Now, bear
Oh.
with me. Usually you bring your washing in.
Anybody's in particular? I don't know.
Read about the nighttime nicotine taker. I go with my own or my family's.
Fair enough.
Sometimes, like a tea towel gets left over, or sometimes it rains and you just go, "Oh, I'll sort it out tomorrow." It happens.
Yeah.
If you go out on the right night, or most any night, and you sniff that towel in the night air, woo wee, it is lovely. And no, I've not jumped over the fences, done anybody else's. But for me, I would go with, I love fish and chips by the sea. I love, what was one yesterday? We had Play-Doh. That's a nice smell.
Oh, yeah.
Hubba Bubba bubble gum. That's a nice smell. But I would go with nighttime washing on the line that belongs to me.
I think
Nobody-
nighttime smells are sort of seem to be enhanced, don't they? I always
Absolutely. I wish I could bottle it. And I've heard a lot of people say it's like fresh linen, but more powerful. Like, you know, sometimes the earth changes and you get a new air come in for the evening. It's like that. What's
Usually
yours?
just before a storm.
What's your favourite smell, Jeanette Lyons?
Me, flowers. I really like the smell of freesias. They are just
Freesias?
beautiful smell. And what else?
Whiskey?
Hyacinths, really
Oh.
heady scent. I really like that. And things like jasmine at night and honeysuckle and all the
Jasmine
really
at
strong
night.
smelling flowers I love. So even
nice.
lavender I quite like. So
Yeah, I like
things
lavender.
that.
Lavender calms you down, doesn't it? Tom, have you got a favourite smell?
I really like this. I mean, Jeanette mentioned it. Honeysuckle. I really like the smell of honeysuckle, especially in the evening.
Yeah.
And
Honeysuckle in the evening.
I think
It gets enhanced. It's lovely.
Is it?
Yeah, but I just think it's sort of, I don't know. I think it's a childhood thing. It makes me go slightly somewhere else, I think. Yeah.
The smells do that.
Yeah.
I think that no matter how you you remember visual things or what you hear, and music brings you back to places and sights remind you of things, but nothing quite so strong as a smell to take you right back somewhere. It's lovely.
Yeah, I was saying it in the week when we did an in-person memory afternoon. Somebody the other week had the smell of Boots green hair gel from the 80s on their hair as I walked past them. And I didn't go up and rub their hair or sniff their hair, though I was tempted. But it takes you right back into a moment.
Yeah.
You drift off. There's some lovely ones here. Christine says, cut grass, fresh bread, fresh washing. Similar.
And coffee.
Coffee's a
brewed
good
coffee.
one. Yeah, if you're selling your house, you cook bread and you make coffee, didn't you? So your house
I will.
stink. Steve says the first rain after many days of dry. Yes, I know that. That's lovely. Elmi says freesias don't smell anymore. I used to love the smell. Oh, don't they?
Yeah, it's hard to get there. I think they must be force grown, that they just don't develop it so well.
Okay.
And honeysuckle is the same. There's honeysuckle in my garden, but it doesn't smell.
Oh.
No, ours doesn't smell as much as.
Yeah, it's more a memory. It's not like they don't make plants like they used to.
But you go abroad or something, and sometimes it's really sort of intoxicating.
Yeah. Christine says freesias are her favourite flower, and Jenny says Philadelphia's fresh mown grass in spring and bonfire in autumn.
Nice.
We could probably come and burn some sticks outside your back door if you need a bit early, Jenny.
We know where you live.
Elmi says, out of interest, England and Holland smell different. I love the smell of coming back to Holland and recognise the smell. Yeah.
Right.
There's that sort of smell of getting off a plane in a hot country.
Yeah.
It smells really different, doesn't it?
Thailand. Oh my goodness. The first time I went to Thailand, and as soon as the plane door opened, it just all the smells of flowers hit me. And it was nighttime as well. But all the leis, I think they're called, aren't they, in Thailand, all the little tiny white flowers. And it's just everywhere. And they put them on you as soon as you get off the plane. You're kind of surrounded by this lovely scent. I've forgotten that. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, for me as a big nose person,
You
smells
got
are
extra
important.
sensory perception.
I have. You know, they Transco, and they send people in for gas leaks. I get it before them. Honest to God. I used to work on the council estate, and they'd call me out. I was a resident caretaker, and they'd call me out. Is there a gas leak problem? And like I could smell it 50 paces, easy.
You didn't even have to go there.
I didn't. I just
It's
sat
like-
in my flat.
Opened the window.
Open the you
your
got a
nose
gas.
out.
It's at number 22 gas leak. Carol, when I was at school and I used to do backstroke, kids used to shout, "Shark! Shark!"
And that was your nose, was it? Just checking.
That's my nose. Oh, it, you little child.
Ooh. Ooh.
I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking
You're
of the
suggesting that was my little winkle. Oh my God.
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
I wasn't. I was
How rude.
He's definitely sorry about Jeanette, everyone. She's definitely on the sherry.
Oh.
Right?
I think you might.
Outrageous behaviour.
Outrageous.
No,
Carol,
I meant.
No, we know what you meant, Jeanette.
oh, what do you mean, my big toe? What are you talking about? Carol says my favourite smell is going down Clacton in the evening, sitting on the wall and smelling that sea air. Yeah, there's something about the sea air that's just intoxicating. Also makes you tired, I've found.
Yeah.
Just going and smelling the sea makes you tired. That's a known fact. That's been on scientific
Sea air,
programs.
sleep.
Is that
Yeah.
because you take in so much air
Yes.
through your nose? 'Cause you speak.
I
How do you know if you're smelling the Clacton air or the Walton air? Or it could be just across the channel.
no, I mean I can
How
go
you
just
pinpoint.
I can go about 500 meters down the road and I can smell the Clacton air with my nose. Some of it good, some of it not so good.
Yeah. When she said Clacton, I thought, "Ooh."
Yeah.
And then the sea air. Okay. Yeah.
A good one, where you're not really near anything, but you are a little bit, is Mersey Island, Cudmore Grove. There's a lovely
Yeah.
sea walk, and then you can come back on a country walk, and that smells beautiful. And this week I've heard I don't know if it's this Friday is the last boat of the season. They have a little short boat from Brightlingsea to Mersey. Have you seen it? I've never been on it. I want to go on it, and then realised it's the last week, so I'm not
Ah,
going to be able
right.
to
Missed
do it.
it.
Little
Set an alarm for
foot
spring.
boat or whatever they call it.
They've been doing the Brightlingsea up to Colchester as well, haven't they?
Have they?
Have they?
Yeah.
Have they?
Have they?
Nobody told me.
To the
Mother.
Castle Park or just to the Hythe?
Just to the Hythe. You know, there's that jetty at the Hythe there, isn't there?
Drops you off at Tesco at the Hythe.
Do your shopping.
Do your
and then
shopping. Get your seafood and go back and pretend you've had a right.
Canal. They built a canal to Tesco's.
Well, that's the memory of the week. Keep those memories coming. Those favourite smells. Oh, love smelling things. I should shut up and move on. And we should see if I can see the Echo Man himself, Mr. Tom Houston. Let's see if we can call ground control to Tom Houston. Are you available to receive us, Tom? Yes.
I'm here.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I not only am I Mr. Echo Man, I'm also now not see Jono Man. But can you see me?
We'll see you.
I can
Yeah.
see you.
Everything.
You're a very lucky man to not see me. You're very lucky indeed. I would go with that.
Even with that snooter hooter, I can't see you.
It's because it's blocked out the camera. That's what it's done.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's really close to the camera.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Anyway, so
Yes, Tom.
my
Welcome to the show.
sister. Yes. Well, I have it. My sister just sent a photograph, but I'm not going to look.
Oh, of what the screen looks like.
No. She's in Blair Gowrie, and anyway.
Oh,
let's
she's
get
having a
back.
nice day out, and she's sending you photos in the middle of your live performance.
Exactly. So it's like ridiculous. And my there's a floor getting laid in the kitchen.
Okay.
So I'm
We
looking
can't hear
forward to.
anything.
You can't. No, it's a very silent floor laying job.
Oh,
is it
excellent.
cushioned carpet?
Yeah, it's going to be a big. Yeah, it's just the right material for a kitchen. Cushioned carpet, big fluffy cushioned carpet. No, it's
Kitchens and bathrooms.
yeah, vinyl tiles.
Vinyl tiles. You're up
Vinyl
market, aren't you?
tiles.
Going up market, Tom. Talking about that on air. Vinyl tiles, us with our lino down in the south of England. You're
I
gonna
know.
sing, yeah, sorry. I was going to say, you're going to
you-
sing us a song, are you?
Oh God, let's do that then.
Yeah, let's do
Um,
that.
Can I just say,
Let's
it's
do
a very
that.
nice haircut. You look very trim and tidy and neat and
Oh God,
very
is it not?
smart and handsome.
Oh dear. Thank you. So
was
it's a new song called The Visitor.
Excellent. Let's get us out of the way and let you have the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased he's back with us, Tom Houston.
When I came to your home, the front door wasn't locked. No one was in, at least that's what I thought. So I wrote another message, I left it on the pile. It sure was nice to visit for a while. Are these homemade scones eyes. Is this gunpowder tea? I came for the loving, but I'll take what's going free. I hope you're not too fussed or worried by my style. It's so good to visit for a while. Are these eaten apples hanging from the tree? It's such a lovely garden. It seems a shame to leave a bed of agapanthus, the lily of the Nile. It sure is nice to visit for a while. I took off my boots, I lay down on the grass. It was just for a moment, there was no one to ask. I was caught up in a spell, beguiled and consumed, and I guess I must have stayed there for a while. But well, now I know your name, I know where you live. I can share the song, it's all I've got to give. And if we should ever meet up, please don't run a mile. It's so good to visit for a while. I'm all wrapped up in a blanket, and it seems like I can't breathe. I've got so many stories, even some you would believe. I'm not trying to be difficult or walk you down the aisle. I'm just trying to visit for a while. So could I stay here for a while? The Visitor.
The Visitor, lovely. Thank you very much, Tom. That was a gorgeous little song, that was. Let's bring Tom and Jeanette back. When was that from? Is that a recent song? Is that something you did a while ago?
No, that's within the last 4 weeks. It's just being sort of refined over the last 2 weeks. Even I kept on changing the verses around, and yeah. So I think it's more or less finished as it is.
It sounds lovely. Are you someone that constantly writes, or just when the inspiration comes?
I think it comes and goes in waves. So there's been a bit of a flurry of activity recently after quite an absence of it. Or I was doing quite a bit of weird spoken word pieces on the computer, so there was a bit of flurry with that, and now I'm back into a bit of song mode as well.
Yeah, it's interesting inspiration. I see read people talking about it in the week, questioning about sort of like inspiration and, you know, should I leave it alone if it's not coming? I think it's its own master, really, isn't it? That's
kind of the way I treated it. That bit of trusting it's there, but it's just not coming through. I suppose it's if you need to find it, that's where it must get difficult, if it's not there and you need it. But
I think if you've taught yourself, I always say, if you've taught your ears and you've trained your ears, then trust your ears, and you can put a certain amount in place for when it arrives, perhaps, and when it does arrive, it just floats out of the air, inspiration and just thoughts come into your mind. It's also a life well lived, or a life well observed as well, helps, doesn't it?
And some talent, a lot of talent.
And some talent, a little bit of talent, yeah.
No, for you, lots. At least that much. People watch this think, oh, Vogue.
Yeah, beauty as you find it. I can't wait till you write about the vinyl flooring and things like that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Be a great album, wouldn't it? The vinyl flooring album.
On vinyl.
On vinyl. hey, I see what you did.
See what I did there.
Difficult to cover the floor with the vinyl, though, all those gaps.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have little incidental tracks in between. each
Circu-
track.
circular tiles.
Absolutely.
You could get old L. Didn't you get like 12-inch singles that were square? But
Could
can
you?
remember those?
Just use the covers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember I went with my brother when I was little, and we made a record at Liverpool Street Station. And basically, you'd go in a booth, like a photo booth, where you have your passport photo taken, and you would sing. And we sung a load of old rubbish. We were kids. And then out came an actual vinyl record, not even a flexi disc, a vinyl record. I wish I still had it. It'd be terrible, but I wish I still had it. Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
I've got it just here, Jono. We're going to put it on.
Hey, and here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the premiere of Tom Houston. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll let you go and do your thing. Look at your photos of your sister sending you. And we'll be back.
When am I to be back? In about 10 minutes or so or something?
Yeah, something like that. Probably 10-15 minutes, I guess.
Can you see Jono yet? Can you see Jono yet or not? Because he went off and then came on. I was just wondering.
I can see Jono. I'm just still getting terrible echo. But hey.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Hear that. Anyway, see you later.
See you in a minute. Thanks, Tom. That was lovely.
In a bit.
Oh, Jono's gone.
Hey, I thought we had to show to ourselves.
It was Tom's echo. I got a bit carried away with it. It pressed the button. What a lovely man. A lovely song that was, actually. I rather enjoyed that. Now
I want to see pictures of his floor.
Yeah, we'll show us that later. And we see his sister's photographs as well. It's time for sandwich filling of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, my darling, have you heard? There's a sandwich filling of the week today. Oh, my sweetheart, have you heard? There's a sandwich filling of the week. It's absurd. And I like it. I like to taste the sandwich filling. The sandwich filling of the week. Sandwich filling of the week.
So
That's like Japan.
I just went totally deranged. Sorry about that jingle.
It sounded so much like Japan till that last bit of singing.
Japan. I like their song Ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
When the room is quiet, daylight almost gone.
You even sound a bit like David Sylvie.
There's something I should know.
Did you ever see him do, when he left Japan, did you ever see him do like his solo version of that on Old Grey Whistle Test?
No, I've got a version of it on record, but not on. I didn't see the performance. Is it good or
really good? Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, I think he just played a 12-string or something.
Wow.
Here am I, a lifetime away from you, and that didn't sound like him. That sounded more like Dr. Robert from the Blow Monkeys. Sorry about that. It doesn't have to be that way.
Sorry, David.
He's watching, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Sandwich filling of the week. I don't know if it was Jeanette's suggestion or if it wasn't. Apologies. We're going this week with fish finger versus sausage. Now, I have to say, these seem to me to be two big hitters. Certainly, I thought about it in the week, had to have a sausage sandwich. Didn't have fish fingers in. Gas crisis. I've got some since. So fish finger of the week versus sausage. And I really want a fish finger sandwich. And I was sort of saying yesterday, maybe we'll have it as a treat at the weekend. I really mean a treat. Here's one little thing that came about that I read yesterday, because it's hard to find information purely about fish finger sandwich, other than they now have a fish finger sandwich award. So the Fish Finger Sandwich Award saw Birdseye searching for the UK's most innovative and attention-grabbing fish finger sandwich creations. They say that fish finger sandwiches, have become a cultural phenomenon. This is what they write, loved by generation after generation. Not had one yet. And are now a British institution as revered as a Sunday roast or a Pimm's at Wimbledon. I didn't know that. I mean,
I
didn't
have
know
to
that
say,
was that good.
one
Yes,
of the
do.
festivals I went to, Folk East, they had, you know, different food stalls, and they had a fish finger sandwich food stall.
Wow.
It was so popular. Queues of people. Even I had one.
Even
It's
you.
great.
Was it good?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was really good. It was. I went for white bread, which I don't usually, but yeah, fish fingers, white bread, hot fish fingers, cold bread, where the butter melts with the heat of the fish finger and it mixes with the ketchup. So you're eating it, and greasy, buttery ketchup is running down your wrists.
Did you have any greenery in it or any tomato
No.
sauce?
No,
No.
I just had fish fingers, butter, ketchup. It was my sister that does the fish finger wraps, and that has mayonnaise and
That's the one you
lettuce in a
said.
wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is fantastic. But you know, they haven't got that far yet at the stores.
Not that advanced.
Not that
No.
advanced.
No.
Well,
It's a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
the fish finger sausage, it was either that or chicken versus prawn, but that'll probably be next week. So for now, Tom Hardy and the man above me, in every sense of the word, fish finger sandwich fan.
Oh, well, yes, yeah, I do like I'd never have them very often because we don't really buy fish fingers. I don't really buy frozen food. So, but I do like a fish finger sandwich. And in fact, over lockdown, me and my daughter, we actually got some fish fingers in and had a fish finger sandwich. Because
like Jeanette, would you just, what sort of anything else in there? Jeanette just had just ketchup.
no, I like mayo. I think you've got to have white bread with a fish finger
Yeah.
sandwich.
God, yeah.
Oh, you do?
I don't think it works with brown or something else. I think you've got to have white bread, fish fingers, and I like ketchup and mayo.
Yeah. Yeah, the votes are coming in already. Jeanette's having to frantically
down.
write.
Definitely butter.
Definitely
well.
butter.
Yeah.
Christine's a fan of fish finger sandwich. Brian's going for sausage. Carol loves both, but I think she says I will go for the fish finger sarnie. Keith Glenn Baker, KGB, he's going for fish finger sandwich. Let's just throw the something at the something, because words escape me. I'm just looking for my sausage sandwich. There it is. And tell you the little bit of useless information about sausage sandwiches. In the UK, according to somebody in another part of the world, sausage sandwiches, sausage sarnie or butty in English slang, or apparently, I'll check this with Tom Houston in a minute, peace and sausage in Scottish English, that's what it says.
Peace.
Peace, it's literally spelled like a little piece, peace and sausage in Scottish English. I won't do the accent because that will be bad for me. So it's apparently, yeah, it could typically be found in British cafes and roadside food stalls. That's the sausage sandwich. And it says, although a breakfast favourite, it may be purchased and consumed at any time of the day. But that was pre-CO2 gas and petrol shortage. You can't get one now. You can't get a sandwich of any kind. You're lucky if you get a little crumb of bread. That's what you'll be living on till Christmas. Where you won't get your turkey. All right.
Yeah, you won't get frozen turkeys, will you?
Jeanette Lyons, are you a turkey person? Sorry, that's irrelevant. Sausage sandwich person.
I do like a sausage sandwich, and I was thinking about this morning, and I wouldn't bother with all that stuff in there. You don't need that. You just need bread. I don't care what colour, probably brown, with butter, sausage, and brown sauce. But I'm really fussy about this because I'm a bit funny with sausages. If you get a little tiny bit of gristle in there, which I don't know if that's a bit of ear, bit of nostril, anything else, that's it. I can't eat the rest of the sausage if they're not proper meat. Right. So I would, given the choice, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't have any greenery in. Somebody told me once that when men make a sandwich, they just get the bread, they get the butter, sausage, brown sauce, and they just cut it in half like that, long ways, and they just eat it. When women make a sandwich, and this is a bit sexist, but I've noticed that it is kind of true, that when women do it, they always put stuff that's good for you in it, and they put a bit of lettuce and a bit of tomato and stuff, and they cut them diagonally, which I do that, but I don't put all the stuff in.
I'm a lady.
You're a lady. See, this was years ago when, you know, when
Well, it was
people
years ago
felt
that I had
free
it
to say
done.
things like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, sausage sandwich and fish finger sandwiches do not need all that greenery in there. Just the right
I'm
colour
a
sauce.
lady.
Red
I
with
want
fish
greenery.
fingers, brown.
No,
with
no, no,
good
no, no.
butcher's sausages.
No. We want greenery. Everybody, we want
No.
healthy stuff.
But everything should be cut diagonally.
Everything.
Triangles all the way.
I like sometimes to have two sandwich. One's cut like in a triangle, and the other one is not in a rectangle. And it
Little
just
fish
keeps things
shapes.
interesting.
For fish finger sandwich, you cut
Yeah,
it in
little
shape of
press,
fish.
the little press things, and what are you saying on a sausage sandwich, Tom Hardy?
Yeah, I do like a sausage sandwich. Yeah, the breakfast, greasy spoon breakfast. If you're in a hurry, if you're out doing work, yeah, I quite like an egg with it though. Sausage
Oh,
egg.
yeah, that's what Lorraine does, and the egg runs out with the brown sauce
Yeah,
and the butter all mixed in.
but we're not talking about egg and sausage. It's just sausage. Yeah, do like
Lorraine
a sausage.
does a really nice thing. We have sourdough baguettes with butter and fresh from the oven, the kind of part baked ones, and I think it's Cumberland sausages and onions, loads of kind of caramelized onions, and then a bit of ketchup and a bit of mustard, and together that's a meal that we have every now and then. It's
No
really
greenery
nice.
in your sausage.
Well, the onion, it's got onions in, even though they're caramelized. It's a vegetable.
Yes, I do like onions.
I remember going out years ago, and after the night out, sometimes we'd go past Ridley Road Market, and they did one of those great long baguettes, and they'd call it a breakfast. I forget, it had a name, but it had sausages, eggs, beans, everything in it. You could never eat it all, but it sorted out all what you've been drinking.
It soaks it all up.
Yeah. Steve Brady says, if I can make the fish finger sandwich a fish taco, then I'll go for that. Of course you can. And I should add, in voting, you can add anything you want. And you can have it in a roll. You can have it in a wrap. You can add greenery. Or if you're Jeanette, not. It's up to you. Anything you like.
Healthy choices here.
Healthy choices, indeed. Yeah, so get your votes in. Fish finger or sausage sandwich? What is your sandwich filling of the week? Whilst we ponder that, let's see if we can move over to Mr. Tom Houston. I'm just checking my system here. He's ready and waiting. He's just set up. He's come back. He's seen his sister's photos and he's back. Hey, Tom.
Hello there.
Hello. If you
echo.
Oh yeah, still got the echo. It's John O'Free, but I'm afraid Tom and Jeanette, you're all over the place with yours.
Yeah, we turned up specially for you.
It's Jono's fault because I think what's going on is that it's going to Jono's. His microphone is then picking up and sending you twice. You know, so it's sending us and Jono's signal.
I understand that. That's exactly why we wear earphones, so it doesn't repeat through.
Yeah,
okay. It's all working.
What I get is when we play a music or any of the clips, I get a really dub version of whatever it is because it echoes numerously. So sorry, Tom.
That's okay.
If you were going to pick sausage or fish finger sandwich, what would you go for?
Have I got a gun to my head?
Yeah,
it's a big rifle, actually. Yeah,
A cannon.
Torn off.
Got nothing to lose. I'll go for fish finger.
So basically, you're saying you'd never really normally have either.
It's never been known to be had. In the past, I don't. Yeah, maybe a sausage. But more, I suppose more recently, it would have to be a veggie sausage in a roll. But that wasn't allowed, so it's got to be a fish finger.
And
sandwich.
Is there such a thing as a piece and sausage? It says on the internet in Scottish
English. Definitely there's such a thing as a piece. But a piece would refer to just a bit of jam and bread, a jelly piece. Jelly. Gotcha. So maybe there is, but it's not something I've heard too much.
Hmm.
When I've been over to Lewis on the boat, you can get, or coming back, you can get a breakfast on the boat, and they have square sausages.
Yeah, definitely square sausage. You know, be a square sausage roll, or you get a bacon butty, but I'm not sure. Peace and sausage. No, I would err on the side of a no on that, but I don't proclaim to be the expert.
Are you a super healthy eating living man then? You don't go near this stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm 150.
Oh my God. You look fabulous, darling.
Thank you.
You do.
Can I introduce Ivor Mozart?
Oh, hello,
Yes.
Ivor. Yes, how's he doing? What's he
He's
doing?
going to accompany me on my. He's a bit older than me.
Yeah, he's just over 150, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been on the go for quite a while.
I bet he has the saucy
Yeah.
lover.
He's hardly moved. I'm keeping an eye on him. He doesn't move. If you got any prizes there to give out? Because if you do, if anyone sees him move, they get a prize.
Okay, yeah, we'll sort something out, something peace related.
Is he always brushing his teeth like that?
He's playing a flute.
Oh, right.
He's very close up to the camera, so it's kind of very close, far away. And people with short-sightedness, we can't see things close up, and it's so close. It's a little bit blurry.
Is
to
he
me,
possibly?
but I see what
no,
Tom
but-
means about brushing his teeth.
Can he go back an inch or so?
Can you go back, just away from the screen a bit?
Oh, he's
Oh,
got,
it's getting better.
people,
Getting better.
he's got some light on him, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the light. Yeah, he's a beautiful looking fella.
Shiny.
I love him.
I mean that doesn't count as moving.
No.
Are you sure? Because it looked
Yeah,
like moving
no.
to me.
That was cheating.
Uh,
That was Jeanette saying, "Oh, he moved."
He's very, very lovely ornament.
Very.
I like that.
I
Is he
think-
really
I-
that shiny?
I think I've been upstaged.
Yeah.
Actually,
mm.
By
do you
what?
know? I think my career's over.
I think, yeah. Hopefully, you're going to up your game with this song and get back into the reckoning.
Will I do it?
Yeah,
It's-
I'm
it's-
confident in you.
It's another new song, and it actually features. Let's do a wee sound check. Can you hear that?
We can hear that
Yes.
lovely. Yes,
That's what's called a piano.
I've heard of those.
What do they look like?
Anyway, I'm gonna do me and Ivor are gonna do a wee song called Grapefruit.
Okay, we'll get out your way, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful Tom Houston is back again with his good buddy and Grapefruit.
I've done my morning yoga, so I've not got long to wait till I take a sawtooth knife to this precious piece of bait. Let's praise the Sunshine State for this grapefruit, grapefruit on my plate. I never sprinkle sugar, not even one wee grain. I don't want artificial taste to infiltrate my brain. Let's keep the whole thing plain, just grapefruit. Grapefruit keeps me sane. No pith, no skin will get into my mouth. I think I'll form a rock band and keep the music pure, inspired by Ivor Cutler, but
catchy, like the Cure. Oh, you look out for the tour called Grapefruit. Grapefruit, we're quite obscure. No folk, no jazz will get into our Grapefruit.
Grapefruit, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Houston with the Ivor Cutler inspired Grapefruit tune. Fantastic. That's very, very interesting. I do love a bit of Ivor Cutler. What made you write that song? Was it Ivor, listening to Ivor?
It was a challenge to take 3 books out of the cupboard and write songs about them. So I took out Grapefruit by Yoko Ono. I took out Artist in a Floating World, and I took out another one like by Alice Munro, Book of Short Stories. So I did a song for each one, and this is the one that I remember.
Wow, well done you. Do you keep your books locked away in a cupboard?
Some of them are actually at the top of the stair.
You joke? You don't trip on them?
No, they're in a bookcase.
An actual bookcase? I see.
Yeah, it's health and safety. So there's a bookcase at the top of the stair, and you come up the stairs, and there's all the books. So you could visit my premises and pinch one.
Oh, that's a long way to come just to pinch a book. I could pop over to
It
Jeanette.
sounds like it's got some good books.
They're all still there.
Jeanette says, sounds like you got some good books.
Thank you. So anyway, that was. You take a bow.
Well done, well done. I was echoing your voice when you were singing it. Grapefruit, and it had an echo. Grapefruit, grapefruit, grapefruit. Yeah, just a little tip that'll make it a top 10. You know, that'll dent the dirty 30 if you had a little echo on it.
I think you're right.
When you go into the studio, just remember that.
Yeah, harmony echo.
Echo on Grapefruit.
He's in the studio. He's in the studio of a life every day. Jenny Lithgow sends applause. Carol says, love it, with applause. Keith Glyn Baker says, wonderfully left field. Really enjoying Tom.
Thank you.
We like things from the left field. Can I just ask you, before you disappear for the next time, how have you progressed on your adding kisses to the end of emails and messages? Where are you at? And I'd say just I've had to go on to 2 kisses due to family pressure, and I don't feel good about it. So I just want to know what your feeling is, because I can't go back now.
Yeah, I think this is a longer session because I do consider myself an expert on the matter.
An aficionado, yes.
So you can book in for some of my kiss therapy, which
as an aficionado.
A aficionado, yes. I would say you want to form a graph, and you want to record. So the first thing is to record it over time.
Yes.
And if you find that, say, in a year's time you're up at something like 59 kisses, you really need help.
It's so true.
But anything below 4, and there's hope.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm all right then. Yeah.
Is that useful?
It is really useful, and I know a lot of people that are actually they add a lot of emojis, and they're close to 59. So I did say to them, "You're on a thin ice there, real thin ice."
Do they have a graph? Because you want to be looking at the trend over time.
They've got no ideas of trends. They're just
Would a spreadsheet work as well? Because I'm more of a spreadsheet person than a graph person. How does that work?
I haven't a clue what you're saying, Jeanette. You're echoing something about
echoing.
French.
Spreadsheet.
Oh, a spreadsheet.
Yes.
I thought it was French. But it's a spreadsheet.
That's a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
A spreadsheet.
That sounds like something else. Yeah.
A spread merde. Well, that was Spanish.
I
Spanish
think a
accent.
spreadsheet is good. We could have a French
work.
spreadsheet.
French spreadsheet. Yes, it's
You
the way
could-
forward.
You can turn your spreadsheet into a graph, can't you? Or
Yes,
a
you
pie
can.
chart or something. So
Yeah.
Let me put it to people out there. When you sign off on a message you send to somebody, it'd be a text, an email, a message on the computer. How many kisses or emojis do you put after you've finished? And Tom will later be available for counselling should you be on the 59 stage.
over
Yeah,
five.
and
Over five, I think, isn't it?
don't forget also, I'm looking at trends here. It's like if this week you're on 10 but last week you're on 2, then that really it sets an alarm off on my my clinic.
Yeah. At your clinic. He's got a
His
clinic.
clinic.
He's done and got himself a clinic.
Yes.
Tom, we're gonna find out. Oh, Steve Brady from America. He's a sensible man. He seems to be okay. He says often just one. He's okay, isn't he? Yeah, he's okay. You don't
He also
need-
said earlier, can he change his background?
See, I'm sorry to butt in here, but that alarm bell with often, it's like what happens the rest of the time, because there's quite a lot of gap in the often world.
There's some
You with me?
intricacies. Yes.
It's getting
Steve
complicated for me.
Steve said earlier, apparently, if you could change your background, and I don't know what he means.
Is he talking to you
I don't know
or
who
to
he's
me?
Is he
I don't
talking
know.
to
I
me?
thought it was to you,
Talking to
Tom.
Tom?
But
I don't know.
don't know.
And this is another one which might be vague. Carol says, I normally do 2, but none for Tom Hardy.
Oh, Carol, I miss you.
then just to say, Tom, Keith adds 5 in capitals and then he adds 8 emojis. I think he's in a stricken place, isn't he, really?
Capitals. Deadly. I forgot
Capitals.
to mention that.
Capitals, you're straight to the clinic, aren't you?
Straight. The
Straight
clinic with a
jacket.
K.
Rubber room, straight jacket, all the whole.
He'll have his own parking space, won't he?
Yeah. Oh, this could go on. Tom, thank you very much. We're going to do a little bit of do what we do, and we'll welcome you back in a moment or two. Thank you, sir. Keep the clinic open. Thank you.
Stand by.
On standby.
He's a funny guy, isn't he?
He's
really
hilarious.
funny. He really goes for it.
Yeah, he's a real born entertainer, and good at sort of post kisses clinic emojis. Anyway, sandwich filling of the week. How did we do, Jeanette? Let's have a look.
Well, it was
Fish
a
finger
very
against sausage.
clear winner. Look at
Fish
that.
finger wins it.
Fish finger wins it
Fish
by a
finger
mile.
wins it. Yay!
For all those that have never had a fish finger sandwich.
No, I'm going to get
Try
one
it.
this weekend for the
Yeah,
first
do it.
time. Congratulations to Fish Finger. You win. Where is it? Sandwich filling of the week.
Oh, my darling, have you heard? There's a sandwich filling of the week today. Oh, my sweetheart, have you heard? There's a sandwich filling of the week. It's absurd. And I like it, I like it. I like to taste the sandwich filling. The sandwich filling of the week. Sandwich filling of the week.
Sorry, that was my longest ever jingle. Sorry about that.
It's a really good one. I really like it.
Yeah,
Takes me
it's
straight back to the kind of serious jerky dancing of the early 80s.
We loved it. We loved it. And that leads us in time to play this jingle.
It's poem of the week.
Ah.
It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week.
Waiting for Jeanette to shoot off.
Yeah, my ejector seat.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cheeky. So it's poem of the week time. And I couldn't remember if I'd read this one before, so apologies if I have, but I really like it. It's by Pam Ayres, and I'm not going to do the accent, and it's called 50 Shades of Grey. The missus bought a paperback down Shepton Mallet Way. I had a look inside her bag. 'Twas 50 Shades of Grey. Well, I just left her to it, and at 10 I went to bed. An hour later she appeared. The sight filled me with dread. In her left hand she held a rope, and in her right a whip. She threw them down upon the floor, and then began to strip. Well, 50 years or so ago, I might have had a peek, but Mabel hasn't weathered well. She's 84 next week. Watching Mabel bump and grind could not have been much grimmer. And things went then from bad to worse. She toppled off her Zimmer. She struggled back upon her feet a couple of minutes later. She put her teeth back in and said, I am a dominator. Now, if you knew Aunt Mabel, you'd see just why I spluttered. I'd spent 2 months in traction for the last complaint I'd uttered. She stood there, nude and naked, bent forward just a bit. I went to hold her, sensual-like, and stood on her left tit. Mabel screamed. Her teeth shot out. My God, what had I done? She moaned and groaned and then shouted out, step on the other one. Well, readers, I can tell no more of what occurred that day. Suffice to say, my jet black hair turned 50 shades of grey. That was 50 Shades of Grey by Pam Ayres. I hope you didn't mind the rude word in that, but I thought it was really good fun.
Very funny, very funny. And she's back on TV.
Yeah.
I'm glad I turned my volume off. And couldn't hear
Yes,
them.
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
It's all too rude for me.
Very, very rude, but it's
I don't-
funny.
I don't think you've sung it. I don't think you've spoken that one before, Jeanette.
No, I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure.
Elmy loves that one. Well read. Thanks, Jeanette. Keith is doing he loves an emoji nowadays. He's doing 6 side laughs. Like really, like he's rolling up. Absolutely rolling up. Carol says, good one, Jeanette. Christine says, love it. Brian is in hysterics.
This is what happens when I do a really cheeky poem.
That's what happens. People like it. Really good. You're really good at this, aren't you? Do you enjoy doing it?
I love poems. I absolutely love poetry. My first venture into poetry was one that I'd written myself when I was about 6 years old. And I got to read it in front of, I don't know, 1,000 people or something at a big hall in Bristol. I won some kind of school's competition. And that's my first performance. I remember the microphone and that I could hear myself gulp with nerves in front of all these people. So, yeah, I love poetry.
Good. It shows. It shows. We should bring Mr. Tom Houston back on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can find him for the last time this afternoon. Tom, are you there?
Here I am.
Here you are.
Someone else. We saw
Yeah.
someone
Oh,
else.
we saw somebody else's arm. So there's other people in your life then.
Oh yeah, that would be Dirk.
Dirk. Hi, Dirk. I've
Oh, wait a minute, I tell you what, I'll put the volume up a wee bit.
I've tried changing my settings while Jeanette was doing her poem. I don't know if it's still echoey or not.
No, it's still echoed. It's a shame because I really like the poems, but it was just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people say that about Jeanette's poems. They're a bit like that.
Jeanette, you're a bit.
They're a bit
I'm a bit like that, yeah. Watch us on playback, Tom, and you'll get to see how you sound and how the sound all fits together.
Oh yeah, I wish I knew what you said, but I'd agree totally with it.
She said, watch it back later. Well, I see you've got your guitar there, Tom.
Yeah, Ivor left me. It took too much out of him.
Oh, I can imagine.
He's gone for a wee nap, a wee Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah, he seemed to be shaking a bit when you was playing the piano. I don't know why.
Yeah, it gets him.
It gets
It's
to him,
like-
yeah. He's a man of age, a certain age.
Yeah, so that'll be him for another few years, and then I'll see how he's getting on.
So, in the world of Tom Houston, do you pronounce it Houston or Houston?
Houston.
Houston. I thought it was Houston.
Yeah.
In your world, anything creative outlets? Anything coming up? Any music we can expect soon?
Well, there's a chance of recording some stuff over in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
I've got a chat with the producer later on today, so that may be in the offing, and then I've got a possible first live person gig up in Strathpeffer in October, middle of October, in a place called the Crystal House.
Oh, lovely, exciting and scary, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you don't want to get too brittle up there. So, and then I might attempt, and this is even scarier. I self-produced the spoken word stuff. So there's always like potential for 2 albums, one song based and one spoken word based. And then there's a few collaborations. I formed this. It's not a scam, but you're maybe a man. You may be a man for this. Is I had this which was called Walks with Jack, and then I had an idea to get different narrators on these different journeys, and then I thought, well, let's make it non-binary, so it became Walks with Jay, and then it became Jaywalkers. So it's T.G. Houston and the Jaywalkers.
Okay.
With invited presenters doing the spoken word around this story. So you're next in line, Jono. Would you want to be involved in a jaywalk?
It sounds interesting. If I've got time, I always make time available for you, Tom, because I think you're a smashing fella.
Well,
Would I need to go on a walk though?
What's that?
Would I need to go on a walk? Because I don't walk nowadays.
No, you just need to speak it. I think it could start. Is there a place near you where you can see a Chinese takeaway and a fish and chip shop at the same time?
Well, Tom knows best about that sort of thing. Tom?
Harwich Road.
Harwich Road in Colchester.
Junction,
yeah.
Harwich
junction
Road.
with Bromley
I
Road.
think that's where it should start.
Okay, what would you stand there and record it as an outdoor recording, or you record it?
No, I think you'd write it like it would, like Jack would phone me up, or Jay would phone me up and say, I'll meet you at Harwich Road, and then we'd just see what, as it was being written, we'd see what happened.
Ah, I see what you're saying. Sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing the sort of, I've done some things. I did one recent years, speaking over something that somebody very kindly seemed to like, and I don't like listening to my own voice. I don't mind listening to my music. I don't like my talking voice. Don't get me wrong. I don't lay at night and worry about it. But, it's a bit woohoo, bit wahee. Hey, he's a bit of a Cockney geezer.
So what do you lie and worry about? And
the rest of life. Basically, anything to do with the rest of life.
Okay, just not your spoken word. Yes, okay.
But no, I would like, if you want me, I'll try and fit it into my busy schedule.
Yes,
that sounds a great project, though, and good luck with the thing if it comes up doing some work in Northern Ireland. That'd be cool as well. And good luck with the gig in the middle of October.
Thank you very much. So the last song is off my last album, Gap in the Fence, which came out just as lockdown went in. So that'll be my one bit. If anyone wants that, they're more than happy to get in touch with me, and I'll send a copy off.
Would the best place for them to go to be your Bandcamp or your tomhouston.org page?
tomhouston.org. You get it straight from me with the
That's beautiful. It's a great album, ladies and gentlemen. Do check it out. Makes
my month when I send one off in the padded envelope.
Yeah, it does. It's like little love letters, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't have to. Well, I could put even a couple of X's. I wouldn't want to go any further.
Well, yeah, I know, because the clinics, you probably put some letters after your name about your clinic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hope it's always been that kind of clinic and not the other kind of clinic. But there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's here once again for the last time this afternoon. It is the wonderful, the great Tom Houston.
This is Mud on the Doorway. Scarves in the door, then run up the hill. Sticks in the burn that flows past the mill. We've been having fun. Then dance in the hall, footloose and free, in no time at all, asleep on the knee. We've been sharing love, but I just wanna lay my head in the ground, closing my eyes and my ears to the sound of that big bad word. There's a wolf in the wood and a bear in his cave, little girlhood all lonely and brave. We've been telling tales, now cozy and calm, I'm lost in her breath, wrapped up and warm, asleep in the beds. We've been sharing hope and dreams of light, dreams of grace, and dreams of what might fill the space between my world and yours. The future pulls on every day in work and play, and good friends who will guide you on the way. Mud on the doorway, ice on the road, salt on my shoes and ash on the stove. We've been keeping warm, and I just wanna lay my head in the ground, closing my eyes and my ears to the sound of that big bad word at the door.
Oh, that's just a lovely song, Tom. Thank you very much. As I often say about stuff that I've done myself, there's beauty in the borders and the margins.
Thank you very much.
Really like it. Yes, Tom. Yes, Tom. Other Tom, Tom Hardy. Jenny, I was going to say Jenny's had to go. Apologies. Keith says beautiful, Tom.
Thank you, Keith.
This time he's working on it. Only one black heart I'm seeing here. I don't know if that means anything. If it's
I'm seeing one red heart on my phone.
On mine, it's definitely black. So we need to keep an eye on it.
Manly.
Elmi says thoughtful lyrics, very nice. 2 hand claps. She's within reason. Carol says enjoyed your songs, Tom. Thank you. No emojis or kisses.
Thanks, Carol. That's lovely of you.
Tom, although he's gorgeous. Thanks for being with us, Tom. You're a great guest and a great raconteur and songwriter, and man. And it's a pleasure to be in your company.
Always a pleasure to visit the Warm and Toasty Club.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm glad we bumped into each other.
Yeah,
Back in sort of lockdown-ish times.
absolutely.
And we hope one day we'll be able to see you in person.
Yes, we will drink to that.
We'll drink to that. Until then, good luck at the clinic. I
Yes.
hope it goes well. Keep reporting back.
Your day job.
Yeah, on your day job. Thanks for
I
being on.
would look forward to some more bookings.
Absolutely. We'll get some bookings for you on the show and bookings to come to your clinic. We've got plenty of those out there. I can tell you, mostly in my family. Love you all.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom. See you soon.
pleasure.
Tom Houston, ladies and
Bye,
gentlemen.
Tom.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
Well, that's the end of our show. Thanks to Tom Houston, to Tom Hardy drinking his penguin drink there, to Jeanette Lyons, of course. Gorgeous one and all. It's time
It is
for us
penguin
to go.
tea. Yeah.
Penguin tea, is it?
Yeah.
Made from real penguins.
Special brew. Yeah.
Steve Brady from North Carolina, a friend of the show, says, lovely tune to end on. Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
And he does two things in brackets on here. They look like wires, but they're probably some sort of emoji. He's safe. There's only two. Christine says, thank you all for a great afternoon. Sends 3 kisses. Tom Hardy in return, who's on the screen, says, have a great weekend all, everyone, except Carol, of course. And it continues here. Tar ever so peeps, says Keith. Yeah, we're off. Till next week, 1 o'clock next Friday. We'll be back with more good times. Until then,
see you next week. Bye. We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3. Wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our Sunday